Hey guys, Fire here, bringing you another board game review. This time we're checking out Cubosaurs, a fun set collecting dinosaur themed game where you're going to be collecting a variety of dinosaur cards to form sets to score points. This game is pretty easy to pick up and even more difficult to master. So the way cards work in the game is as you collect a multitude of different cards, you'll start to find cards that are the exact same. And as you collect sets of those cards, as you can see here, two of the Stegosaurs will give me -1 point, but the more I collect and more I risk, I'll score more points. Now there's a variety of different dinosaurs, from raptors that have to prepare together, to cards that might ask you to collect eggs here, to have the most of a certain dinosaur type, all the way down to these cool little DNA sequence symbols you'll see on some cards and laid all around the game. It offers a fun replayability and a really neat theme to a genre of board games. Now I will let you know, this game isn't unfortunately available to play in English unless you're playing on Board Game Arena. That's how I kind of learned about this game. And then a friend of mine picked me up a French version of this because they don't have it quite licensed yet in the US. But I will let you know that you don't really need a specific language version to play this game. None of the cards have any language on them, and it's pretty self-explanatory once you understand how the set collecting works. Now, there is an additional mode where you can have bonus tiles, and yes, these are set up to where they're not English, but what you can see my friend did for me in this case was he just printed out what the words are and gather that information off of either Board Game Arena or their official website, as well as you can find English rules that you can print online, because the rules you're going to get with the game are in French, but if you can read French, that's really fun and great for you. What I really like about this game is the thematicness of the game goes really well. Being able to set, collect, and prepare the game up while still playing with enough for friends. Now, the game features the ability to play up to 5 people, and it'll take you right around 10 to 20 minutes per round if you're, playing the max player count to get a game in, and it's actually pretty fun. It's got a lot of replayability, and it's an easy game to kind of get brought out to the table, especially adding in the different DNA sequence tiles that can definitely change things up. And the fact that you're not going to use every one of the cards when you play every time really adds a nice intricacy to the game. I really like these neat little DNA token tiles when you're playing the alternative modes. When you collect dinosaur cards that have this DNA tile on them, you'll earn these, and you can later spend them for various effects, such as being able to destroy your opponent's cards, add cards of a forbidden type to different categories, or the auction bid. Now, the way the game works, you're either going to pick up a card from the display, or you're going to pick the whole display up, or put a card in it because you don't want it. Sometimes you're going to be stuck with the cards you get. Other times you're going to be very happy with what you get, and it's really just going to depend overall on what you end up with while you're playing, and that's going to be just kind of the chance system you have. You might be able to get one strategy to go through the way you want, and you might not have any opportunity to complete that same set, and that's what's really nice about Cubosaurs. It's a simplistic game in a genre that's overwhelming with tons of games out there, but you can still have fun with a cute theme and an easy to pick up and play game. So that's why I would recommend checking out Cubosaurs if you need a game to add to your catalog that maybe you just want something cute and a nice little theme or a fun gift for a friend. It's a perfect game to pick up and play. And again, like I said, sadly it's not in English, so if you are struggling to play this in English, it's pretty easy to understand. It's a set collecting, drafting, and you can always sign on to sites like Board Game Arena or Board Game Geek to get an English set of rules like I did, to where you can kind of run through everything and you can still be able to play the game and fill in the loop. But yeah, outside of that, guys, that's my thoughts on Cubosaurs. I appreciate you checking out this video. If you did enjoy it, consider hitting that thumbs up button. And if you're new here, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Outside of that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time.